Hey, how's it going, guys? My name is Jade and this is Formula Street, and today you join me in my F32 BMW 430i. And today's video is going to be a little bit different. Today I'm going to convince you why the 430i, especially the F32, this is a 2017, is one of the best bang for your buck sports cars that you can get for under 25 grand. It's not the fastest thing on the planet, but for the price and a lot of the features that you do get, I think you just can't beat it. So to start, we're gonna get some gas and then we'll jump right into the video. First off, let's just start off with this timeless interior. The F32 steering wheel with the performance pack, you get a wheel that is similar to the F82 M4. It just has different paddle shifters, of course. One thing I also love is the infotainment system. So everything is controlled by this little dial. You have these preset buttons that kind of get you where you want to go just immediately. So when you hit media, it'll bring up anything. Mine is Bluetooth to my phone, so nothing will show up. But then menu, it's just a shortcut just to get you back to the main page. Map, which is of course brings up your GPS and map and everything. Nav, which you can search up different addresses, you can plug it in and then it'll tell you how to get there. And then you can also save addresses and stuff. So like if you have your home, you can just hit home, or you can do the voice detect to say BMW take me home. If we go with these radio buttons right here, this is something that is really cool. So if you hover your finger over these, you can see it's shuffling through the presets. So I have the first radio one being the performance gauges. So when I want to go into Sport Plus and make some noise and everything, I can just hit that and it'll come up with the performance gauges. I have the second one being the flat tire monitor and stuff. I have to reset mine so I can monitor the PSI. But when you do when you click this, it'll come up and display the PSI numbers for each tire. And then the third one, I just have to measure the oil level, which the car has to be up to temperature, which it is, so that's why it says I can start the measurement. But then when you do, it takes maybe 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes tops, and you'll see a percentage fill up. Then it'll tell you your oil level and stuff, and it'll let you know if you need to add more, and so on and so forth. The shift knob is also really simple and easy to use. Put your foot on the brake, hit this button over, and then you just hit it down. It's drive, neutral, reverse, and then of course it's going to beep like crazy. And then if you want to turn off your parking sensor, you can just hit that button also. And then you just press the button for P, let your foot off the brake. And it is kind of weird having a button for park, but unlike most new cars, you do have a physical e-brake. But with that being said of the interior, let's jump to the exterior. Jumping now outside of the car, the F32 chassis and the F82 to me is one of the best looking BMWs that they've ever made. The G chassis is cool. Like, of course, I would love a G82 M4. That's, of course, on the bucket list. But for just base model, kind of 4 Series wise, I still think this is one of the most beautiful looking BMWs that they've ever made. So my car it's finished in Alpine White, but obviously it is wrapped. This is Militone's Midnight Purple. It's called like Super Gloss Midnight Purple. I will leave a link down in the description if you're interested in wrapping your car this color. But it did completely change the look of the car. But as I said, the F32, I love the front end with the angel headlights and everything. I think it's super good looking with the kidney grills. And then mine, of course, are blacked out when they are normally chrome. But I think it still looks really good for this being an 8-year-old car. And then with the M Performance package, you also get these unique M Performance wheels that kind of mimic F82 wheels. But you get the M badge on the middle. And they are 19 inches compared to the standard 17 inches that come on the base model without the M Performance pack. But it is nice to have that. And then you do get Brembo brakes when you get the M Performance pack. Mine having the muffler and resonator delete, I have a different exhaust tip and everything because from the cat's back it's completely stainless steel, custom piping all the way throughout. So it is a little bit louder, which we will hear very shortly, but I still think it looks really good. I left the roof gloss black, and then the mirrors and the door handles are also gloss black because this vinyl is pretty thick and kind of hard to work with. So it was just easier just leaving those. black, but you can see it kind of mimics Nissan's Midnight Purple, where it goes from like purple, blue, and then there's like a hint of copper and gold. So it is having that nice touch. It is something different. I was looking at like gloss red also, but this being such a unique color and everything, I figured I might as well do something a little bit different. Plus purple, as we know, BMW makes twilight purple, and it is one of their greatest colors that they've ever made in my opinion, and it just looks great. My car being the X-Drive, you do get launch control. When you're in Sport Plus and the car's at the temp, you put your foot on the brake, mash the throttle, and a little checkered flag will come up, and it does say launch control active, and then you let off the brake, and then you take off. This making only 248 horsepower, it's not the fastest thing on the planet, like I said, but for the money and the way the all-wheel drive system works and the ZF automatic transmission works, it puts it down really, really well, and a lot of people have said it's the fastest, slowest car that they've ever been in. But you guys did hear the cold start at the beginning of the video, so it is pretty loud, but once it idles down and stuff, it is pretty quiet. But being able to make this much noise with a 4-cylinder, it is one of the greatest sounding 4-cylinders ever. But so let's get right into some sound clips. This motor paired with the transmission is just fantastic. It's one of the best cars I've ever driven, and for this just being a base model, it is extremely good. In Sport Plus, the suspension tightens up and the steering gets way heavier, so it does make it feel way more like it's on rails. The 4 Series is super good, and I think it's one of the greatest platforms that anybody can get into because there's something for everybody. If you want great gas mileage and decent reliability, you get the B46 or the B48 like this with the inline 4-cylinder, or you can upgrade to the 435, which you get the inline 6 and everything, or if you want to go really balls to the walls crazy, you get the 440, which is just one step below the M4, which you do get the B58, which is one of BMW's most beloved motors. But pretty much all of these, there's a ton of aftermarket support, and there's a ton of stuff that you can do to these, such as just simple bolt-ons and some tunes, and realistically make decent power. I didn't get this to be a rocket ship. I got this to be pretty much my daily driver, but as you can see, this is why I think it's one of the greatest sports cars under $25,000. If you enjoyed, be sure to hit the subscribe button and hit that like button for more videos and stuff like this. If you want your own Formula Street merch, be sure to go to formula-street.com/media, and all the links will be below also. You can support the channel, support me, and just show your love for all the videos and stuff going forward. With that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.